Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.
What's up, Buzz Squad? It's your boy Dalton, back at it again. You already saw Jacob because we're still working that issue out.
I pressed the wrong button. Oopsie daisies. I pressed the wrong button. That's my bad. My name's off screen now. Hello.
What does that have to do with anything, bruh?
Nothing has anything to do with anything. Yeah. How are you guys doing in chat? Hello. Hello to those of you that we saw at regionals. That was pretty cool. Before we get into anything or even discussing what we're doing today or anything like that, you guys should check out our video we put out today, the time we're live streaming this, of our regional recap. What would you have to say about it, Dalton?
It was a roller coaster of emotions. I'm so bright.
Dalton's very bright today.
I'm radiating with
Energy.
that energy. Yeah.
You look better on the version that's going out that I'm monitoring. So
Can't say the same because I have my phone on like no blue light, so it's like it looks okay.
So we're working with this. Honestly, I'm a bit rusty because it's been a few weeks since we've done a live stream.
What are you talking about? You've always been rusty.
Yeah, you're right. So if there's anything you guys want us to adjust, we'll see what we can do.
I'll see if it's the different angles of my mic to see if that helps with the audio and all that good stuff. But we'll see. We'll see.
So you want to explain what we're doing today?
Well, you guys remember that live stream from a while back that me and Jacob did talking about archetypes that we think should exist for the three world, right? It was 3 worlds. Yeah, 3 worlds that still didn't have their archetypes announced yet.
If you don't know what he's talking about, you need to go watch that because it was fun.
Oh yeah,
We really enjoyed doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So go watch that.
This time, no limits on world, really, right?
Anything but Star Dragon World because Star Dragon World sucks. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. But now it's your guys' archetypes, so this should be interesting. I want to see all the meanest ones out there, or most realistic ones, I guess. Ones that could potentially be put into the game, I should say. So yeah, Jacob, what do you got about that? What do you got?
So I created a Google form for you guys to submit yours, and I kind of threw it around in a couple places. We got a lot of responses. We got 16 responses to it, which is a pretty good number when you consider these are full, well-thought-out archetypes. And that's just going to be too many for us to do at once, so we're actually going to split this into 2 parts, one this week, one next week, so you get a double dosage of them. So if yours isn't covered in this week, I'm sorry. We'll do it next week. And, that form's still open, so if you guys come up with more, I'll throw it into the into our Discord again later and whatnot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Be fun. Watch next one's going to have like 32, and I'm going to be like, oh, geez. Now we have to make 3 more.
Now, before we get into it, I'm going to give you guys a little interesting behind the scenes. So let me just tell you, it's really weird that I'm doing this, talking to you guys right now, and I've got like 4 different screens in front of me with my own face on it at different timings. The live one that you're seeing, the one I'm seeing live right now, and at different delays and whatnot. It's really trippy.
Sounds like a personal problem, sir.
So would you like to handle the first one?
Which one do we want to have to be the
Number
first?
1.
Number 1?
I have them numbered.
All right, we'll go with number 1. This one is from, I'm probably going to butcher this name.
Let's apologize now for any names we butcher or anything like that.
Nina Bonina Brown, right? Nina Bonina Brown. Hope I said that right. I got the brown piece right. I know that.
It's pronounced Bruan.
Oh, you got me there. Oh, geez, that's a lengthy paragraph. You want to read the paragraph, Jacob?
No,
Why not?
I got number 2, man.
What is this nonsense? All right. All right. The deck I want to bring into this new support for Darkness Dragon World, known as Spirit Dragons. These are the fallen spirits of former black dragons who are seeking to defy their fate of death. Though willpower and redemption, these dragons wish to be reborn. These dragons will have ghostly bodies and dark blue forms. Dark blue flames. Oof, already reading things wrong. Like holograms, with light blue or red wisps in their eyes to give them an ominous feel. The deck itself focuses on having spirit dragons previously defeated return to the battlefield during the battle phase to either defend the center or launch multiple attacks. And a new keyword, S Redemption, S for spirits, a keyword that activates when an ally is destroyed, which lets you call the card to the field without paying its call cost. Each activation is once per turn for each separate card. Basically, you can spam cycle the same 2 cards with S Redemption. Fair enough.
Is that the full text?
That is the full text.
What do you think so far?
What do I think? The keyword's broken. Because
Straight up broken? Or
technically when the card re-enters the drop, it's now considered a new card because you can't keep track of the actual card. So, because I'm assuming it's off of drop, right? Is that what you get from that?
I guess we'll see once we read the cards itself.
Fair enough.
Actual design, what they described, nice-ish. Like aesthetics, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of a little fusion of the whole ghosts and spirits archetype that I came up with in our failed what is it? White dragons or whatever that you wanted to do. Don't you remember, man?
I don't remember
Come
much
on.
of anything.
I guess. Do you want to hear the first card?
Yep. So for each one of these, we asked that the submitters provide 3 example cards to us. So Dalton's going to read over the example cards for this one, and we'll kind of give them a general grade.
I'm going to horribly, horribly mess up the name of this card, but let's go with it. Resurrected Spirit Dragon Targula. Sounds about right. Size 1, 6,000 power, 1,000 defense, 2 crit Spirit Dragon. Darkness Dragon World. Obviously. Call cost is 1 gauge. And S Redemption. When a Spirit Dragon monster on your field is destroyed during the attack phase, call this card to the field without paying its call cost. It should stay from the drop zone so that people don't do it from hand. I think that's what you're going for. Where was I? When this card enters the field, destroy a monster on the field. Then, if this card entered from S Redemption, deal 1 damage to your opponent. See, just right there, that's busted. It's like, okay, I'll just spam like 10 times. You're dead. Cool. Bye.
I do like spammy cards.
This way.
Spam. I like spam. Do you like spam? No, we're not doing that.
You see, I could see this being busted in Iron. Because you run that, you run some Ancient World milling cards, mill out two of them or one of them, one random card, one random monster as well with what's the card? Is it Unwilled? No. I can't remember the card name. Oh no. Doesn't matter.
Moves on.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, that's kind
Good.
of busted, even though you're on you, but
Card number 2?
I thought we were going to talk about this
No.
card a little bit more.
No.
Well, why not?
Because we'll be here for 70 bazillion hours.
I don't know about all of that, but okay. We got an item. Spirit Arms Gas Chain Sickle.
All
Darkness
right.
Dragon World Spirit Dragon.
That is either the most edgy name I've ever heard or the coolest name I've ever heard, and I can't decide which.
Why can't it be the coolest, edgiest name you've ever heard?
You're right. It totally can be.
4,000 power, 2 crits. Equip cost, pay 1 life. This card can attack even if you have a monster in your center. Counter. When your Spirit Dragon enters the field from your drop zone, put the top card of your deck into the gauge. If it entered... Oh, I was about to get concerned. If that card entered from S Redemption, draw a card. Once per turn effect.
Okay, good. It's once per turn.
I was like, this is going to be a way better Shadow Dragons.
The only other thing I might add to it is specifying that it can attack through the center of the specific archetype, so people don't end up splashing it just for a 2 crit item that can attack through the center. But I don't think that's a big deal.
Well, I don't think you care too much with that because its other effect specifies the Spirit Dragons. So
Right, but just running it for, everything but
Because-
that effect.
come on, man. Darkness Dragon World doesn't have many cards like that.
That is
Actually,
true.
if I'm right, they have none.
I think wasn't there one that was like 100 demons or something?
That was Shadow Dive.
No,
That was Bloody Fate.
not that.
Oh, wait, no, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that doesn't count.
Cool card though. I like that it's balanced with the hard ones per turn. That's good. What do you got for card number 3?
Defiance of Fate. Darkness Dragon World spell. Defense/Spirit Dragon. You may only cast this card when you would be dealt damage. Cast cost, put the top 3 cards of your deck into the drop zone. Ooh, I like this. The damage you would take is reduced to 0 and you gain 1 life. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Hang on. Is that like what's it called? The Magic World one for executioners?
No,
No.
because that doesn't gain you a life.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
no,
It's a
I'm
strict
comparing it
upgrade.
to it's an upgrade to Black Dragon Shield. Because then it fuels the whole fact of call things from drop deck.
Dalton really likes self mill.
Only in Darkness Dragon World, baby. Earth Drummer for days. And yeah, that wraps that up. What do you think? What do you take away from this?
Some good variety without going like too far into the absurdity side of things. Could seriously be a real archetype.
Could
Right.
be, but I think a lot of the S Redemption will be like
Might need a little bit of a nerf.
a once per turn per card name type deal. Because otherwise, just with that one card, you could just splash that into any deck and be like, and spam.
I'm liking the foundation we have though.
Mm-hmm.
It seems pretty fair, honestly, and I could see it. So, like, do you want to give arbitrary numbers to these, or not?
Well, there's one more thing, because I would get rid of the without paying its call cost, because then it just extends the brokenness of it. So if you still have to pay their call cost, it's going to limit the player from potentially breaking it. Because who's going to have time to gain up 10 gauge to just go ham? Let's be real.
Yeah. So, are you ready to move on to archetype number 2?
Yeah, but I thought you wanted to give a number to it.
Yeah. What should we do it out of? Out of 10? Out of how about 100 for the best season of Buddy Fight?
Do I need to come over there and smack you?
I'm not sure why you're.
Come over there.
What? Do you not agree? Buddy Fight 100's the best season of Buddy Fight.
I
Right?
do agree, but I am not doing no scale from 0 to 100. That is bogus. Because I have to think of more numbers than usual.
Okay, I'll do 100 and you do your own scale.
We'll have the Jacob unusual scale and Dalton scale.
What's your scale?
Oh, we gotta go for you. I
right.
read it all, so you know.
I'm gonna give it a 72 out of 100. Pretty good. Pretty good.
You know, and
Little scariness because that keyword could get a little dicey. But I like the overall design.
you know what's funny about that? That's only a C in school. I think I'd have to give it a 7.8 out of 10. It's well thought out, but the whole fact of the S redemption could come back and haunt us. You know, we might have a new dual golems on our hand where OTK or bust type deal with less bust because you're in Darkness Dragon World and you have negates and reducers and things like that. So, Jacob, number 2.
Number 2. Jacob has to pull it back up because he was using his phone to monitor chat. This is from Anima, also known as Anima Cartoona on YouTube. Someone we have met in person, in fact, saw last weekend at Regionals.
This is true.
Hello, I think you're also in chat. Say hi if you are still in chat.
Hello to the people.
So are we ready to get into it?
I'm waiting for you, man.
The new archetype is called Avatar. An archetype for Dungeon World that includes all the cards being dual world cards. And looking just a little bit ahead, they're crossovers. And that's all I have to say for like the description or whatnot. So are you ready to get into the actual cards, or do you have
Let's go for it, man.
Okay. So first card, the entire gimmick will be revealed in just a moment. Warrior of Two Worlds, Aichi. You see where we're going with this?
Yeah.
5,000 power, size 2, 2 crit, 5,000 defense. I don't know why I read it in that order, but it did. Worlds, Dungeon, Star Dragon.
Stop. I don't agree with the Star Dragon.
Should be Legend World, let's be honest. Because, like, knights.
Legendary Warriors.
Yeah.
But proceed.
I mean, Star Dragon World's an okay choice, but I'd say Legend.
He's not a Cosmo Dragoon. It's not worth. Might want to switch it back to you.
So it's a Neo Dragon / Avatar. Call cost, pay 1 life, and if there are no other monsters on your field, pay 1 gauge. Okay, that's kind of an interesting call cost. And place the top 2 cards of your deck into this card's soul. And it can only be called to the center. Thoughts on the call cost? No? Okay. When this card enters the field, search your deck for another size 2 avatar not named this card and add it to your hand. And it's got double attack, Soul Guard. No comment yet? Gonna wait to see how it plays out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, card number 2, King of the Dragons Kai. Size 2, 4,000 power, 1 critical, 5,000 defense, Dragon Dungeon. That one makes sense. Yeah? Yeah. It's a red dragon / avatar. Pay 1 gauge. When this card enters the field, if there's an Aichi in your center, reduce this card's size by 2. Dragon Support Blast. Pay 2 gauge and give your a monster in your center penetrate, and you gain 2 life. He also has triple attack. Are you going to wait for card number 3?
Does he have triple attack or does he give triple attack?
He has triple attack.
Just got to make sure.
With 1 crit. So that part's fairly balanced. Card number 3. Luck Gambler Morikawa. Size 0, 1,000 power, 1 crit, 3,000 defense.
All right. Because if I'm right on who this character is, it's been a while since I've watched Vanguard.
If you don't know, these are all Vanguard characters.
He was the one with like always run grade 3s, right?
Yes.
Why is he not a size 3?
I was also thinking that, but I mean, he's also meant to be really bad naturally. He's really bad at Vanguard.
Which means he should be a size 3 regardless.
Size 3 with size 0 stats.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, those are decent stats for a size 0, but they would be horrible for a size 3.
So he's a Dungeon World Magic World card. Magic World is kind of so he plays Spike Bros, I believe, in Vanguard when he's not playing literally size 3 trash deck in the beginning, which is just mixed worlds with all this grade 3s. Spike Bros, do they fit into Magic? Or
I don't see it.
Just
I see it more as maybe maybe Ancient World, kind of something similar to Raging Spirits in
Maybe
a sense.
Darkness Dragon World, since they're like zombie football players.
Yeah, that could work too.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, got it. We get our first ever generic duel.
Settled. Because he's generic AF.
All right, so his skill. Game of Chance. Pay 1 gauge and mill the top 2 cards of your deck. If one of them is a spell, so if you get one spell, add that card to your hand. If both are spells, gain a life and add one of them to the hand and the other to the gauge. If neither are spells, you take 1 damage and draw a card.
The last part of it, I don't think she'd still be able to give you a plus for the fact if you failed. So, too bad. You just wasted a gauge.
We're saying maybe make him danger.
Danger would have worked. Danger would have worked way better. But like the effect's nice until you get to that last one because I don't think you should be rewarded for whiffing. If you get what I'm saying.
Right, so maybe let your opponent draw a card.
Or just take the damage.
Also, I like the idea and I like the concept, but how fun it would have been if instead of spells, you have to mill out grade or size 3s.
No, it would be
Real
grade.
cool.
No, it has to be grade 3. So it's even more trolly. Yeah, that's why he should have been a size 3. And it's really the ending piece to that effect that's really bugging me. I don't think you should be rewarded 1 card for not getting what you needed. But that's
Ability still seems fun. I like this one the best of the 3. All right, so thoughts on the entire archetype from what we've seen? My thoughts. Concept, good, right? I like the idea of having, like the Vanguard. First of all, just having a crossover between the twos. Duh, right? We should have that. My only thing is kind of doesn't make sense for them all to be dual world cards, which is fine. Thematically, it makes sense, but they wouldn't be useful in the other worlds with how they're currently written, right?
Well, the Morikawa one would be fine in Magic World because spells and we're on you. But, hey, Jacob. Thank you. Would work in Magic World. Kai wouldn't work at all. Aichi wouldn't work at all because they're too specific to their own thing. Where Morikawa isn't. He's just like, yo, let's do this thing. And Magic World runs spells.
All right, so ratings.
I have to give it a 3 out of 10.
Ooh, he's a tough critic, man. I'm gonna give it a 68 out of 100. Maybe make them a little more useful in their native worlds, and make Morikawa size 3, and you get a 10 or 100 out of 100. Done.
You're not going to get 100 out of 100 out of me. I'm only going to 10.
Dalton's a tough critic. You want to take archetype number 3?
From Jewel?
Please do tell us.
It's based on the luck of the draw. The casino world allows for tampering with gauge, life points, attack with crits, and defense. Each of the special 4 names can work with each other or alone, and can make the duel as undecisive as possible, willing to add more if wanted. So casino, luck-based stuff.
It's kind of neat because it is, a new world and stuff. Good words,
job.
Jacob. I have the best words.
All right. First card. Bad Medic Dracu. Size 2, attack 4,000, crit 2, defense 3,000. Attributes, Heart Undead. Interesting. When life points are taken from the opponent while this card is in play, gain life equal to the life points taken from the opponent. Oh. So that would be a pain for 5th Omnis. Just based off that card. It's like, I'm going to deal myself 1 damage. All right, I'll gain 1 life. Oh, okay. Next card. Heart Shield. Item. Attributes, weapon, heart. 0 attack, 0 crit, 5,000 defense. Pay 2 life to nullify an attack in all effects linked to it. This only happens once a turn. A monster with penetrate ability cannot attack. This card can trigger equipment change during your opponent's turn. Okay.
Wording on that needs a little refinement, I think. To be a little more Bushiroad-y.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm liking where it's going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we have Prince of Clubs. Enhance Igor. No, Edgar? No, yeah, Igor. I don't know. Size 2. 8,000 attack. 4 crit. 5,000 defense. Attributes, Club, Dragon, Impact. Wait a minute. Call cost. Pay 2 gauge and send a club card you have in play to your gauge. If there's a diamond on the field with this card, the attack and critical of this card is doubled. If there's a heart on the field with this card, increase your life points by the damage your opponent has taken while this card's in play. If there's a spade on the field with this card, your opponent discards cards from their deck equal to the damage they have taken while this card's on the field. If 2 or more of the third effect of this card are 2 or more of the 3 effects are active, this card can stand again at the cost of 2 life each time. Whew. So wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me this guy can get up to 8 crit?
Shouldn't stop there. Should just be a million crit. Get the jackpot, man.
Doesn't work that way, sir. Does not work that way. I think its crit should be a little lower. I think its crit's a little too high for this. To be fair.
So I have actually seen cards for this archetype before in our fan card channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it. And I do thematically really like it.
Yeah. So, what do you rate this?
Oh, me first?
Of course.
Okay. I'm going to give it an 80. Nice 80 out of 100. My only big criticism being wording. Wording needs to be refined a little bit.
I like it. I don't love it. Hence why it's going to get a 6.5 out of 10. Obviously, with wording and some monsters, crits might have to be worked with just so they're not dual golem-esque numbers. And come on, the Prince of Clubs, man. It's kind of broken. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
We have Buddy Fight Ace of Spades in the chat getting triggered over the naming conventions.
Ace of Spades. It's okay. It's okay. All right, so next one, huh? And by next one, I mean we're skipping 4 because that one's probably going to be in the next one.
Oh, we only get, because I only wrote out a specific number of them, so we only get 1 skip of the type you're wanting.
What do you mean?
Move on to the next. Pick one, or I'll wait. I'm supposed to read the next one.
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes.
Dalton, stall.
Oh jeez, so much. So how's everyone doing? How are you liking this so far? I'm liking it. I know I'm being a little hard, but when you work on your own, you kind of get critical of everyone else, don't you?
Spoilers, guys. Someone in a chat or in our Discord community, Vulcan, shout out to you. Submitted a lot, so there's going to be a decent number of them from Vulcan, and we're going to get through most of them today.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought the plan was to have like newer people, you know.
Shh, we'll see.
Okay.
Jacob got lazy and didn't write out all of them.
Let's go with it.
Yeah. So roll with it. So I'm going to do number 5 in our list, Dalton. Vulcan's aerodynamic weaponry. Its Sky Cavalry is the archetype. A league of warrior birds from the highlands of Danger World. They specialize in making long attack strings by returning and calling monsters to the hand and field. To facilitate this, they use the flight keyword to allow them to return to hand at the end of the battle.
This sounds super familiar.
Sounds like Folktale, but with the hand being...
No, not from Buddy Fight. From Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ooh, what are they called? Gustos.
Mm-mm.
No, not Gustos?
No.
Dang, I like Gustos.
Is it Sky Brigade? No. Sky Pirates? Because no, it's not the
Sky Strikers?
It's not Sky Strikers. No.
That's like
those
are like the only two Yu-Gi-Oh
no, there's a different one.
I know.
The one that can basically OTK. Oh geez. Not Fright Fur. Something Fur.
For hire?
Yeah, Fur Hire. Or Fur something. Yeah, Fur
I
Hire.
have no idea what we're talking.
Because that's their kind of thing. Like, they basically can return themselves, call out other ones, and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing that came to my mind.
That was really worth digging for, man. Let's go.
Well, I got to see what the cards do to see if they're
card
similar.
number 1, Captain of Sky Cavalry, Eagle. First of all, I like that it's Eagle because that is a callback to Armor Knights. So nice job there. Yeah. Danger World, Sky Cavalry, size 2, 725. Counter, act, Sky Call. Choose a size 1 Sky Cavalry monster from your hand and call it onto the field. You may only use Sky Call once per turn. When this monster enters the field during the battle phase, it gains double attack. Flight. At the end of this card's battle, you may return it to the hand. Move.
Dark Heroes.
It's like Dark Heroes mixed with Folktale mixed with birds.
I still don't see Folktales, I'm sorry.
It's all the counterplaying. That's what does it for me.
Still only see Dark Heroes with it.
Well, so far, pretty good. This seems to be like an important playmaker, but we can't really decide how good it is without seeing some of the other cards, I think. So let's move on. Next up, Sky Cavalry Fortress. Spell, Danger World, Sky Cavalry, set. It's a set spell, so automatically gets like a big thumbs up. When your Sky Cavalry returns to your hand, gain 1 life. Counter, act, Sky Patrol. Choose a Sky Cavalry monster from your hand. Call it to your field by paying its call cost. You may use Sky Patrol once per turn.
Kind of like Aibo. Kind of.
It's a good card. Seems pretty fair, too.
You want to just go to the next card?
Yes, I do. Sky Interceptor. Spell. Danger World. Return. Sky Cavalry. Cavalry? I think I've been saying Calvary, and it's Cavalry.
Good job, mate.
Words are hard. Danger World. Return. Sky Cavalry. Cost. Return a Sky Cavalry monster. Now that word's just sounding weird. From your field to your hand. So bounce a monster. Gain 2 life. Counter. Gain 2 life. Return a card on the opponent's field to the hand.
Can we just have this card, Bushi? This card specifically.
Counter.
I just want something like this in Danger World. It would be amazing.
So it's an oops that bounces your thing back to the hand as well to protect it, right? And it gains you 2 life, and it doesn't cost 2 gauge.
I was thinking more Cosmo Dragoons, honestly, because they have 2 different spells that bounce their own stuff back to hand / top of deck.
I think this archetype sounds really fun to play.
Dibs.
Oh, he called dibs. Well, sorry, Vulcan.
I'm gonna play your deck, man.
All right, so archetype rating time.
I'm giving it an 8. 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 92 out of 100. I quite like it.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Oh, another one, huh?
Yeah, sure.
You got the time? And by time, I mean... Yeah, whatever.
I don't.
Well,
Just go for it.
we got Roxas here. And they would like us to make sure we plug the Relevant blog. So about to
Roxas's blog, where Roxas takes a look at archetypes that are old or haven't gotten support and creates fan cards to make them better. It's pretty good. Read them. I edit it.
And also check out the Raijin YouTube channel.
That's Cobalt Claw. Yeah.
Let's see here. Just realized I didn't get into my big fancy voice for the last one I did. Oh Jesus, there's words. Quantum. Oh jeez, Dalton, read. Dalton, can you read?
Guys, you should give Dalton an archetype to read with really, really long, big words. Like, that's the archetype.
Please, no.
Do it.
No.
You will have all the respect.
Resonators. Focuses on gauge manipulation. Put their monsters into the gauge face up in order to trigger effects as well as the quantum R's. We'll just call them R's from now on. Being put into the gauge have passive effects when in the gauge. The deck uses life as most of the costs, so you need to use your gauge carefully when needed and balance gauge usage with buffs for your field. They're designed wise futuristic scientists, lab coats, and beakers around, some wielding tubes of quantum energy. They also have warriors in futuristic armor, light piping, and various armor plating with electrical applications. So are we going to get like a Star Magic World?
I was kind of thinking that. They're like Star Dragon World, Magic World cards. Just thematically. Maybe some of them could be dual worlds.
We'll see. First card. Photon Field Prodigy Focus Quantus. Size 2. 7,000 power. 2 crit. 5,000 defense. Magic World. Is a quantum. Call cost. Pay 2 gauge. Put the top 2 cards of your deck into this card's soul. When this card is put into your gauge face up, destroy a monster on your opponent's field. Then you may choose a card from your gauge and turn it face down. If the revealed card is a quantum, do 1 damage. At the end of each player's turn, choose a quantum from your drop zone. If you do, put it into this card's soul. Double attack.
Hey Dalton,
Yeah?
There's a challenge for you in the chat.
Nope.
Did you accept the challenge?
What is the name of this challenge?
It's a read a very long word challenge.
You're going to show me a word and I'm going to read it right off the bat. I choose not to accept the challenge.
What is it? Pneumonal microscopic silicon volcaniosis.
Is that even a word?
Apparently.
Sorry. I didn't go to school for this. I went to school for like less wordy things.
Like card games.
For pictures, man.
Right,
I don't know them by words. I know them by pictures. Research. See, now you got my tongue all tied up from looking at that. Researcher of future miracles. Dynamis. Size 1, 4,000 power, 2 crit, 2,000 defense. Magic World Quantum. Call cost, pay 1 gauge. When this card enters the field, you may choose a card from your hand or drop zone and put it face up into your gauge. And when a quantum monster on your field attacks, if you have a face up quantum in your gauge, gain a life. Not bad, not bad. I swear, you try to pass me another long ass word, I will be pissed. I see you plotting over there.
No.
Futuristic Warrior Cryos. Monster, size 1, 4,000 power, 2 crit, 1,000 defense. Magic World. If this card's face up into your gauge, all quantums on your field gain 3,000 power. Counter act at the end of the battle that quantum attacked. If this card is face up in your gauge, you may pay a life. If you do, call this card from your gauge, and this card gets 3,000 power. Not bad. I like that card. Nice little archetype there.
Shiny Infernape 7 says in the chat, "Rip Dalton's tongue and brain." And my instant thought as I read that is, Shiny Infernape 7, what happened to the other 6?
We don't question.
So you get to rate it first, or I get to rate it first?
I read it all off. You rate it first. Then I rate. That's
Yo, Roxas, I'm going to give you a nice 77.77 out of 100.
Why are you stuck on 7s now? Explain yourself.
No.
Well, I'm going to give it a 6.9 out of 10. I like it. Smaller words. That doesn't really matter. I just want to see some spells. I didn't see any spells. I want to see what the spells do before I can bump it up to that 7 mark, you know? It's only monsters, as you noticed. So, next one.
That requires Jacob to look at his phone again, so please stall for 30 seconds.
All right, guys, I went to school for manufacturing, engineering, more mathy stuff, not wordy. So all these big words, I pass them aside. I'm good with numbers, though. That's why I play dual golems, Big high numbers, boom, I could spit that out. Vanguard, I could spit out those numbers. Jacob, he has troubles with that, especially Christian. Oh, yeah. You don't want Christian to do your taxes.
I'm ready. Boy, do I have a treat for this one.
What?
Are you ready?
What?
This is from MenjoFan94582. And
respect.
In the form, I had a field where you could put something that you'd like us to plug when we gave you a shout out,
Mm-hmm,
and they just put Menjo.
Of course. Shout outs to Menjo. I miss you, man.
So are you ready?
Need you.
This is going to be a really surprising archetype.
Is it toilets?
Here's the entire description. Based around Menjo, a.k.a. the devil of buddy fight.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, get ready.
Oh. Patrick's training.
Menjo SD.
But, okay. Continue.
Deity Professor.
Mm-hmm.
10 power. 1 critical. 100 defense.
What's his effect?
Size 1. This card and all Menjo on your field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If you have 3 or more cards in your hand, this card gains the following ability. Counter. Put a card from your opponent's hand into the gauge. If you do, they discard a card from their hand. Also, it's a generic card. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten the generic flag yet. We've seen it episode 1 of Buddy Fight, but we've never gotten the flag.
Generic flag win.
Yoshi, it's on you.
Next card. Menjo. Are you seeing a pattern?
No.
Menjo, the Buddy Fight hype beast.
Oh, 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 oh,
550 power.
550.
I'm enjoying all the random numbers. 3 critical. 200 defense. That means he's got twice as much defense as the last.
Yeah.
Size 0. This card and all Menjo on your field cannot have their abilities nullified by your opponent's card effects.
I'm assuming that ability can't be nullified, correct?
It does not specifically say that, but it should.
Oh. Intriguing.
If you have another Menjo on board, reduce this card's... Wait, hang on. If you have another card with Menjo on your field, reduce its size by 100.
Huh?
I'm very confused. Hold up. Someone...
What size was he again?
0. He reduces the other one, whatever it is.
Oh, I'm concerned with what the next one is.
Menjo fan 94582. You are memeing too hard.
Oh, let's see what this next one is.
I'm not done with it.
Oh.
Skill. The beard is key. When this card enters the field, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, declare a name of a card. Then your opponent reveals their hand and must discard all cards that include the declared card's name.
What does that screw over more?
Name's Lostify. Or whatever it's called now.
Lost World.
Oh.
I guess Crimson Battler would really suck. Thunder Knights would suck. Dragon Knights.
Are you ready for card 3 of this Ultra?
Is it a size 100?
It is. Oh boy. Menjo. The true villain.
Why?
That is in all caps, by the way.
Why he villain?
Stats 000.
Jacob, you having fun over there?
I don't know. Size 100. Call cost. Discard a card with Menjo in its name from your hand and pay 1 gauge. When this card enters the field... When this card enters the field, mill the top 25 cards of your opponent. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Drop the top 25 cards of your opponent's hand.
I'm assuming deck.
Deck, maybe? Or, I don't know. If you do, oh no. Add up to 10 of them to your hand. If you do, they gain the ability of Omnilord. What is this? Dalton has disappeared. What is this? I don't like it. That last one, you went too far. So I'm gonna give 72 out of 100. Good memes, failed dreams. Oh no. Menjo has banished Dalton, but he has returned.
I joined the irregular list with Professor Menjo for a little bit there. No, Jacob, you gave your rating. I just sensed it. 1. That's my rating.
All right, next Thursday. Serious question, how do you even comment on that?
I can't.
You broke us. So I guess there's an award for that.
But wait. How can you even call it?
The other one reduces its size by 100.
Well, counter destroy. Now it has to get re-signed. I'm so confused.
And given all the cards Omnilord, what?
Let's not do that one. That's another Vulcan.
Or a whole Vulcan?
That's an empty document. Sure, we'll go to this one. Vulcan's subsidized weaponry. That's all you guys are gonna get for like the lore. Oh, I lied. Totally lied. Dark Noble. Darkness Dragon World monsters of high nobility. They tax the opponent and make it impossible to operate at full efficiency.
I'm sorry, did you just say a fin sushi?
Efficiency.
Someone roll that back. Listen,
I'm
did you say
good. I'm
fin sushi?
No, there was no D in there. Members include demons, undead, and dragons. Is your opponent prepared to make a deal or just a walk away and be taxed to death? Ooh, that.
I'm going to call the deck Art of the Deal.
I was going to go more Ghost Rider with it.
Oh.
Because you're making a deal with the devil.
It's Cube. That's all you get.
Sure. All right. Gluttony King Malakmore the Fourth. Size 3. Darkness Dragon World Dark Noble Death. 5,000 power, 2 crit, 10,000 defense. We got flavor text. Feed me, peasant! If not with food, with your souls! Oh, that was amazing. Gold cost. Pay 2 gauge and put the top 2 cards of your deck in this card's soul. Act. Dark Party. Choose a Dark Noble or Death monster in your hand and call it without paying its call cost. It becomes a size 0 until it leaves the field.
Oh god.
You may use Dark Party once per turn. Your opponent may pay 1 life whenever this card attacks.
First, everyone complains about you not being loud enough in the last ones. And then Dalton breaks everyone's ears.
Rest in peace, headphone users. Whenever their cards attack, 1 link attack is 1 attack. Soul Guard. Or whenever their cards. I said this card. My bad. Black Duke of Wrath. Dolorex.
Someone's bringing up it's being brought up in the chat that Deal with the Devil sounds like a Cuphead thing.
I'm sorry, Ghost Rider was first.
Now I'm thinking along the lines of video game archetypes, and I want someone to make a Shovel Knight card. I don't know how those things connect, but someone do it.
Size 3. Dark Noble Black Dragon Executioner. 13,000 power, 3 crit, 6,000 defense. Weaklings, perish before my blade!
Oh, geez, no. No.
Well, call cost.
Now we've got no one listening to our videos anymore because no one can hear ever again.
There's subtitles. This card cannot leave the field unless destroyed by an attack. Ooh. I like that. Where was I now? Darkbringer. At the end of this monster's attack, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Then call up to 1 Black Dragon, Dark Noble, or Executioner from among them by paying their costs. It becomes a size 0 until it leaves the field. Activates once per turn. Your opponent must pay a gauge to equip an item. Pay this before equip cost. Penetrate. I like it.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Weird words coming. Vergio Staff. Item. Darkness Dragon 1. Dark Noble Weapon. 4,000 power, 2 crit. Pay a gauge and a life to equip. This card can attack even if you have a Dark Noble in your center. To call a monster, your opponent must pay life. Anytime your opponent calls a monster, you gain 1 life. The abilities of your Dark Nobles cannot be nullified. So, Jacob, what do you think of this Dark Noble nobility in Darkness Dragon World?
Is this going to be the first relevant Darkness Dragon World deck that can actually stall? Because, I mean, there are others. There's Death Talica and there's Black Knights.
Death Talica, well,
They can.
Well, my build doesn't do that. OG build does.
But an actual stall deck that's good?
Maybe.
That's all I had to say. I like the nobility aspect of it. It's a nice twist, you know.
I just realized there was no flavor text to the item.
Oh, it's ruined. 1 out of 100.
You're going to get an 8. Because I love shouting. Oh, the flavor texts were amazing. Oh.
I will give it an 82 out of 100, man.
So how many more of these are we doing?
I don't know. It's beginning to seem like a gauntlet. And
remember we were talking about it and we're like, maybe we'll do like 8 or so. I'm like, it feels like we've done like 30 now.
I think we've got only 1 more to go.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Let me check. Yes. And it's Vulcan again.
Yes.
Ready? Vulcan's animal shelter for the black-hearted. Cats.
I don't like it already.
They are cats. They go meow.
Stop.
They are the witches' cats.
Stop.
Kill you now.
Stop. Automatic 0 on my rating scale. They're cats.
They support their masters whenever they cast a spell. They have a keyword called FFS, which does not stand for what I thought it stood for. You might want to rethink that keyword there. That's a known acronym for something, which would not be okay on a buddy fight card.
Maybe that was the point.
The true troll. So FFS, or Friendly Feline Support, activates whenever the player casts a spell and powers up your cuddly familiars to new levels. First card, Captain of the Black Claw, Lucky. Size 1, Magic World, Cat. 4,000 power, 2 critical, 1,000 defense. Serving the master is hard work, but in the end will do anything for Master Meow. Just immediately, one thing. Every single flavor test should have a cat pun somewhere in it. Just saying, you got to fix that, or else it's completely unplayable. FFS. That's hard to say, actually. For this turn, this card gets power plus 4,000. Then if it was cast during your turn, this card gains double attack until end of turn. If the spell was not cast during your turn, draw a card. This ability activates once per turn. Next cat. Lazy Familiar Tabby Gary Field. Size 1. Magic World. Cat. 3/1/3. Yawn. I don't know. Are you supposed to say yawn when it's an asterisk? Or is it the first day of the week is always a bummer. I just got it. It's Garfield.
What took you so long?
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm sitting there reading the name. I'm like, Gary Field. That's a weird name. I need a moment to. Like, I was halfway through reading that. I'm like, oh, it's Garfield. First day of the week is always a bummer. God. Call cost. Pay 1 gauge and put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. FFS. Put the top card of your deck into this card's soul. Choose one. You may only use this ability once per turn. Gain 2 life because you're eating the lasagna. Or rest a card on your opponent's field. You push Odie off the table. Do you like Garfield?
You see, now the fact that you realize it's Garfield, you're forcing so many things with the effect now.
Yes. Yes, I am. Catmancer's Staff. Item. Magic World. Cat. Tool. This card has no battle stats and cannot enter combat. So does that mean it can't attack?
So, how? That's an interesting thing. How would that work in Buddy Fight?
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Counteract. Rest this card. If you do, call a cat monster from your drop zone by paying its cost. Second skill. You may have up to 2 cat monsters on your center. That is too much poussey for Dalton. Too many poussey. He is gone again. He has been banished by the Mendros and the Garfield. I love how it's not Garfield that broke him. It's having 2 Garfields. Yeah, I'm gonna give that archetype a lasagna and a hot cup of coffee out of 100. Hello?
Where's my teddy bear archetype? You know, like Ted. Where's my teddy bear? And mixing chaos and mummies is stupid.
Okay. Do you give it a rating?
4 out of 10.
Oof. Well, I think with that, we should probably end this episode before it gets worse.
Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications, though. Like this live stream or like the video, because we know if you're watching this afterwards, it's all good. It's all good. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord to throw out more fan cards or archetypes that you want us to just look at. Check out our shop. All links will be in the description down below. Jacob, any last words from you?
I'm regretting all the life decisions that led me to reviewing Garfield fan cards on the internet. So feel free to submit more to us. Maybe, if people keep at this, we'll make this a regular thing. And the thought of that terrifies me.
And above all else,
Thanks for listening to TCG Buzz. New episodes can be found on tcgbuzz.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For box openings, deck profiles, and more, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.